All right, we're gonna do one problem on this video, number 4. Number 4 is a Desmos problem. We did 2 Desmos warm-ups in class, as well as practice on our packet. If you need to go over more, what it's gonna tell you after this video is you're gonna have to do another Desmos warm-up. So which points are contained on the graph of y equals negative 2/3 x plus 6? So let's all apply. Here's what I would do. Type the equation into Desmos. When in doubt, use Desmos. So go ahead and type this in here for y equals negative 2/3 x plus 6. Now what it gives you is the line. There's a couple ways to do this problem. The fastest way is to make a table. In order to make a table, make sure you're watching. You're going to hit the gear that's right here. It's highlighted. You're going to click on the table, and it's going to make a table of values for you. It doesn't have every number ever in it, but we can add them. Now, what our goal is to see which of these points are in that table, because those are the points that are on the line. Every ordered pair, remember, has an x and a y. That's every single one of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to type the x value into the table and see if the y value matches. So let's start with 0 for x. 0 for x is actually already in my table, and its y value is 6. Now when I look at my paper, 0, 6 is the correct y value, so that point is on the line. Let me show you that here. 0, 6 is a point that's on the graphed line. Next point I tried, negative 9. I'm going to type negative 9 into my table. See how there's an empty box right there? Type negative 9 in, and I get 12 as the output, okay? So if I look here, it says negative 9, 0. That's definitely not 12. So that is not a point on the line. Now I'm going to try 3, 4. I'm going to type the x value of 3 in, and it gives me an output of 4. That's right here on the line. So I'm going to circle that one. That's on my line. 8, 2/3. So I'm going to type x of 8 into my table. Now, if you don't know if that decimal is 2/3, here's what you can do. Go to the box underneath, like outside of the table here, and Desmos will do this for you. Type the fraction 2/3 in, and it'll tell you what its decimal is. That's the same decimal, so I know that that's a point on my line, so I can circle it. Negative 12, 14. Type the x value in, back in our table here, negative 12. I get 14, so I'm going to circle that point. 10 2/3. Okay, so I'm going to type 10 in. I get this decimal, but let me look. Let me type 2/3 back in so we can compare it. This is negative 10 negative 0.6 repeating, and this is positive 0.6 repeating. So those are two different numbers, so I'm going to cross this guy off. Finally, negative 15. Negative 15 here. I get positive 16, but my paper wanted negative 16, so that point's not on the line. Okay, that's all you have to do for that problem. So what I want you to do is you're going to need to get a Desmos practice from Ms. Aldrich or Ms. White or whoever your teacher is. Do this on your own and then have your teacher check your work.